Like that. There we go. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy Saturday. So always so excited for Saturdays. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's surviving weather and illness and whatever else we have going on. I feel like there's some flu going around. Ugh.
So funny is that yesterday I went to go get a massage and the therapist is telling me this story. And it was kind of like a weird story, but she went to Michigan to meet up with these girls. And like at the end, she was accused of sexual harassment and they like blocked her from the group. And I'm like listening to the story and we're talking or whatever. And then like I woke up this morning, I was like, damn, I wonder if that was an April Fool's joke. And she felt guilty and didn't want to tell me because I was like all concerned about her story.
Oh my gosh.
I just thought about that this morning. I'm like, I wonder if it was, well, because she said the sexual harassment was, as she was leaving, she kissed somebody on the forehead. And they said that she felt sexually harassed. So I'm wondering if that was a joke now. I don't know.
Well, all I know is you're trying to relax while you get a massage. And then, so
Thank you. Thank you.
That's actually the thing that I heard too, Cozy, is like, I'm not trying to be rude. I will talk to anybody. But that is the one time, like, I don't want to speak to I just want you.
Like, right. I want to hear, is the pressure good? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought about that this morning and I was was that an April Fool's joke? I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. Cajun. Hello. Cajun said she's reading A Gay Thing, Cottage on Gooseberry Bay, number 7.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, let's see. Hey, Anita. She said, hey, everyone. I'm going to read Rules for Engaging the Earl by Janet McGregor. Cool. Sarah. Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hi,
We're a bit starstruck at you being here, so just to let you know. And I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, but I have said on my bucket list is if Sarah laughs at something, because you have the best laugh I've ever heard.
Well, you just did it.
Thank you. My coworkers call it the Betty Rubble laugh.
Oh yeah.
Kinda. It's oh my gosh, I love it.
Thank you.
Reading Rules for Engaging the Earl by Janet McGregor. Nice.
Ooh, okay.
It sounds like historical fiction.
Romance.
Or romance, yeah.
That's what I meant. I meant historical romance. Hey, Stephanie. Just saying hi to everybody. We'll do our first sprint at 1:15, and then when we come back, we'll talk about our punny titles. Mazda goes vroom vroom. Hello. Hey, Sherry. All right. So just so we have time, we'll start telling everybody if you want to introduce your channels and then tell us what you're reading today.
My name's Leanne. My channel's Dark Roots Creations, and I read a bunch of different stuff. Today, I'm jumping right into the Amish in April, and I'm reading Matchmaking Can Be Murder by Amanda Flower. And I'm 21% in.
Yay. Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I'm really happy to get back to the town and the stuff that's going on there. So, yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love that series.
Awesome.
Hey, it's me, Stormy from Storm Reads, and I am going to be reading Saddled Up for Murder by JC.
Nice.
I love that.
And I'm Cozy or Ro, and I just host the Discord.
Just
yeah,
keeps us in line and
try to keep you guys in line. I'm going to be reading Just Killing Time. It's a clock shop mystery, number 1 by Julianne Holmes. Hoping to finish that up today. I am. I feel like a lot of people might be bored by it because there's a lot of description about clock making and stuff. But, I love to learn stuff when I read. So I find it really, and the writing is really good. And there's kind of like a sad backstory with the main character. So I'm having a good time with it. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm Sarah from the Bookish Knitter, and I am reading a bunch of stuff. I always have more than one thing, but today I think I'm going to read Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher, which is a romance between a witch and a shifter, and it's like a fake dating, which is just charming. So far I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, we all normally have more than one going too.
Yeah.
I am a huge fake dating. Like when I read romance, that's one of the tropes that I love is the fake dating. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I am on audiobook. I am listening to A Skeleton in the Family, the first book in the, I don't know what it's called.
Family Skeleton.
Family Skeleton Cozy Mystery Series by Lee Perry. And then I'm also reading on ebook A Very English Murder, which is the first book in the Lady Eleanor, which is a historical cozy. So cool beans, everyone. I was wondering, I was like, who's Gus? And then it didn't occur to me. Anita says, hello. Hi, Nadine. She said, got my coffee, got my book. Meet your baker. I went through my list of books recently read and don't see puns. So I'll be doing lots of listing and adding to my want to read list. Yes.
Yeah. If you don't have like a punny title that you read before this, you can just choose your favorite title. So
absolutely. Hey, gamer. It's good to see you. Leslie says hello. Cute doggy. Hey, Jane. She says, I'm listening to The Couple Next Door. Sounds creepy.
How long is the first sprint? Are we doing 20, 25, 30? Just so I can get it set up for you guys.
Yeah, let's do 25. Let's do it right in the middle. And then Mel said, hi, Tiffany. Hi, Lee. Hi, Ro. Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone. I'm reading Death in 4 Courses by Lucy Burdett, number 2 in the Key West Food Critic. I like that series. Has anybody else read that series? It's pretty fun.
Not yet. I'm really excited to try it, though.
Yeah, it's a cool location for a book, and it's really fun. Cav said, miracles and miracles. It's not snowing. Sunshine and bookish talk makes me happy. I'm so happy for you, Cav. Yeah. I've got 23% left in The Fast and the Furious.
I want to read that just because of the title.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so cute.
Are there any signs of spring in Canada, Sarah?
Yeah, actually, the snow's almost completely melted, which is pretty amazing.
Like that's the bar.
Right.
That's the bar.
Yeah.
But really, where I am, I'm not that far north. Like if you look at a map, I'm on par with San Francisco. So in terms of cold, like I've talked to people who are like in northern Canada, and it's like, oh yeah, no, we still got 2 feet of snow outside. I'm like, well, you have at that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to visit Canada, but I
come to Toronto, come to Southern Ontario, come to where I am, come see Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
you will not be disappointed.
I would like to see. That's one of the things. And I am a huge hockey fan. And if I was going to see a game in Canada, I'd want to see the Maple Leafs. So that's actually perfect.
You're one of the only ones because nobody up here wants to see them.
I really like Austin Matthews. It's one of my favorite players.
Okay.
So that's why. But I mean, I'm not necessarily. I mean, I'm a Blues fan, so I'm not rooting for them. But I'm saying so. Fair.
My husband's a Sabres fan, so even though we live in the city, he likes the Sabres. So
gotcha. Mm-hmm. Sarah Anita says, "Hey, Sarah."
Hello.
Sherry said, listening to Old Books and Lost Bones by Paige Shelton, reading either Suspended Sentence or Riley's Ghost Physically Suspended.
Suspendered
Sentence. That's Laura Bradford, right?
Yeah.
I kept saying suspended. I meant suspended. Sorry. Susan said, hi, all. I'm still reading A Very English Murder by Verity Bright. Me too. We have 1 minute and we'll start sprinting. So if you're just coming in, hello, tell us what you're reading. Hi, Bev. How are you feeling, Bev? Are you feeling better today? I hope so. Meet Your Baker is a punny title. I agree.
Because it's a play on Meet Your Maker. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Applause for all. Well, that was nice.
Aw.
Mel Max said, hey, Sarah, I didn't leave you out of my first greeting. I typed it before you got here. Sure.
Because she was a surprise to all of us. She's like, Sarah, the Bookish Knitter is going to be here. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, her weekly vlog is like my favorite video of the week. And I'm like,
thank you.
I know. I told my husband last night, I was like, I'm going to be scared. And he's like, she's a person, right? I was like, really?
I like to think so.
Oh, those are cute.
Yep, we got some cute
Love.
little Easter bunnies.
I'm gonna
There's-
pop out for a second just so I can change camera, but I'll be back when we start sprinting.
Okay, well, pick which
Can
bunny
you
you
pick
want
a bunny
first.
I'll take the little gray guy.
Okay,
Okay.
and we'll just go
Alright.
up. So I'll take 4. The purple.
Okay. Storm.
3.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the blue, number 2.
Sweet. I get number 5, the pinkish bunny. All
Mhm.
right. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Let's go. All right, everyone. Happy reading. If you're just coming in, we'll talk to you when we get back. Oh, they're really booking it. Sarah, I think. Sarah,
Beginner-
everybody.
Beginner's luck.
What's that?
Beginner's luck.
Beat everybody by a hair.
You were just waiting to use that one, Tiffany.
It really was. Oh, but it works. So,
There you go.
Jillian, how was everybody's sprints?
I'm at 58% and I'm really enjoying it. I like the writing and the characters and just the overall plot. And I'll be right back because I got to let the dog out.
I did good too. I got 8% done and we're full on in the investigation. So I'm liking it.
Excellent.
I read about 30 pages. Drew book I'm reading because it's quick and easy and it's mindless. So
There you go.
Sometimes you need that.
Mhm.
For sure. How about you, Storm?
I got to 15% into Saddled Up for Murder. Harry, it's a hoot. It's really a lot of fun.
I love that. She's my favorite thing. Well, her whole friend set
Yeah.
makes that series. Just, that's awesome. I did my ebook because I want to get as much read as I can in that. It's really fun. She's pretty sassy for a historical woman character, and I'm loving her. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
So Jillian said, "Hey, y'all, just joined. Hi, Jillian."
Hi.
Zibby said, "Hey guys, what are y'all reading? I badly need a read." That's I like the title. I like your profile. I am reading A Very English Murder, which is a historical cozy mystery, and then I'm also reading. Oh gosh, how did I already forget? Oh, A Skeleton in the Family, which is a family skeleton cozy mystery.
I am reading Matchmaking Can Be Murder by Amanda Flower.
Yay!
And I'm reading Saddled Up for Murder by J.C. Eaton.
Nice.
I've got a romance, Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher, an old Nancy Drew, and a historical fiction called The Exiles by Christina Baker Klein is what I've got on the docket right now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? That's so fun that you're reading the Nancy Drews.
It's a throwback for me. I can remember standing in the library, seeing them all in the spinner racks, and that's why when I saw them at the used bookstore, I had to grab
Yeah.
How can you say no?
Have you read the new? I think it's considered a middle grade, but the Enola Holmes.
No, I have not read those.
It's Sherlock Holmes's little sister.
Oh, fun! I'll have to look for that.
And I've heard that obviously the premise, but I've heard it reads a lot like maybe a Nancy Drew feel. I'm excited to check it out. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, I want to check that.
I've read the first one.
Did you like it?
Yes. It just fell by the wayside like a whole bunch of books, and I read the first book and then I forget to continue.
Happens all the time. Yeah, I agree. That happens all the time. Zibby, tell us what you're reading. What kind of books that you like to read, Mr. Francie? Hi, Mr. Francie.
Hi.
All right. Did you get any further? He's reading the second Poppy McAllister, and he was liking it, so I'm really happy about that. I love Canada. Nova Scotia is my favorite place. Nice.
I've never been.
No.
Oh yeah, Jane's in Canada. All the snow here in Newfoundland has melted. That's awesome, Jane. Whew. Come to Newfoundland, Tiffany. The scenery is beautiful. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Momac said, Sarah, I live fairly close to the Canadian border. It's about a 45-minute drive for me. I'm southeast of Buffalo, New York, a couple suburbs outside the city.
Oh, I'm very familiar with Buffalo. The company I used to work for, I used to have to go down to Buffalo 4 or 5 times a year to work out of their office. So I cross the border quite often. And I just love it because it's like first stop would be a Target, second stop is a Trader Joe's. We don't have that. I just come down there to shop.
Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
That works. Cajun just saying hello. Hey, Kennedy. Continuing the couple next door. Somebody else is reading that today. Jane is also reading the couple next door.
Yep.
You guys should compare notes. All right. So Cozy has put up the Goodreads. So I'm going to pull that up and then take this comment off.
And just to let you know, Sarah, we usually go 3 hours because we're insane. So feel free to leave anytime you want. And,
I told my husband, I'm like, I'm good for 3 hours. He's like, great, I'm watching wrestling.
Totally.
So,
Sarah, that's so funny because that's totally my husband. People are like, your husband doesn't care. I'm like, no, because then he gets to do what he wants to do with no questions asked.
Precisely.
I know my husband gets to sleep in, and then I was surprised he woke up. He just woke up, so now he's in the shower. But so what we're doing right now is we have a monthly scavenger pick. Sometimes we have 2. So for March, it was a punny title because we read cozies, or your favorite title of the month. And so everybody tells us what they read. I read the synopsis of the book 1 if it's a series, and then it's a good way to discover new books and add books to our TBR.
Yes. So when you guys are telling us, just like always, when you guys are telling us your titles in the chat, make sure you put what you rated it. But does the one of us want to start? Lee, did you read a punny title?
I read punny titles, but they were actually not cozy mysteries. So I'm going to just say skip me this time.
No, it doesn't have to be a cozy. Just tell us what your favorite title was.
So I'm going to say one of my favorite. I don't have any information in front of me now.
Okay, I'll do mine first since I just pulled it up and everybody think. So mine, I didn't really, and that's funny too, because I normally read so many punny titles because all I read are cozies. But in March, I didn't really pick any that were like that. So I'm going to go with Murder on the Rocks. It was one of my favorite reads of the month. And, I was really looking forward to this series because I love Karen McInerney's Dewberry Farm. So Murder on the Rocks by Karen McInerney. It's the first in a Graywell Inn mystery. And I absolutely loved it. 5 stars. I think her writing, and now I can officially say she's my favorite author for cozy mysteries because her writing is just the definition of what I think cozy is. It's so descriptive and you can just imagine you're there. And I was just so happy the whole time I read it. So I feel like she's the type of author where she could write anything. I wouldn't mind the plot because of just her writing. So the synopsis is really short. Natalie Barnes buys the Graywell Inn, a bed and breakfast in Maine, and publicly opposes Bernard Katz's proposed resort development, which threatens a colony of black-chinned terns. And when Katz is found dead, Natalie must find the true killer in order to clear her own name. Yeah, so she just opened her inn, and she's having a rough time getting it going. And then all of a sudden, one of her guests wants to turn the land like right next to her into a resort. So there's a public vote. Stuff goes awry. Of course, he ends up dead, and she has to clear her name. And I really recommend to try this series.
Nice. I've read a few of those and I really liked them, but it's been a long time. I'm afraid if I went back to them, I'd probably have to read at least catch up, or I could just get the Cliff Notes from Cozy.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna binge this series this year.
Nice. That is awesome. I'll come back up to the comments. If you picked number 1, you won. Boot. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to find where. And I have some people that not texted, but put in the Discord that weren't going to be able to make it their books. So remind me, and I will pull those up at some point too, because I don't want to miss anybody. This is the first scavenger hunt I see from Jessa, but if I missed anybody, I'll go back up. My scavenger hunt pick is Cruel World, punny title. I haven't finished it yet. That's a series that we've talked about.
Yeah, I'll pull it up real fast. But I just want to say it's funny because on my friends list, Stormy just marked a Murder on the Rocks to read. So I've already inspired somebody.
Oh, look at that.
I got my Goodreads open just for this. So.
I do too. I do too.
Okay, so yeah. So this is an older cozy series. We've talked about it. It's about needlecraft art or needlecraft store. And I read book 1. That's the only one I've read so far, and I really enjoyed it. Of course, it's slightly edgy because it's from the 90s, I believe. Mm-hmm. So Yeah, and it's about the sister is having to take over the needlecraft store. I would recommend it. I think I gave it like 4 stars.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
I think I've read a few of them, but I need to look at my own Goodreads because there is an older.
I just bought the first one yesterday when I went out antiquing because it was like buy 2 books for $1. So
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
Nice.
And you haven't read it yet, Tiffany, because I'm looking at my friends list.
Okay. then there's the series. Then it's if that's Monica or that's Monica
Ferris,
Ferris,
yeah.
Neggy Sefton. Then I must have read a
Okay.
series by her. That
The
there's some
knitting.
older craft series that I've read.
Yeah.
That I didn't remember reading, and then I was looking at it. I was like, oh yeah, I've read.
This
some
is
of
only 99, but the cover makes it look like it's from 1990 or something.
It does. It does look old. It does look older.
Yeah.
It does look older.
Yeah.
I kept passing it over when I'd see it whenever I'd go into Antiquish, but like it seems like a lot of people in our group was like reading it and really liking it. So I was like, well, the book one's there. I might as well pick it up and try.
Yeah, I know Elizabeth really likes it.
Mhm.
Okay, so what were you saying? Any of you guys want to go to after this?
Sure, I can go. I'm going to talk about Mango, Mambo, and Murder. It's not my favorite, but I feel like my favorite was one we've talked about a lot, and I like to talk about books that we don't always talk
Right.
Mhm.
about. So, oh, I'm sorry, you've already pulled up somebody else. I apologize.
Well, that's the comment you were on, so I just pulled it up.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I was looking at my Goodreads, and
Yeah, I'll pull up yours after. Okay.
So I love this series, Leslie. So this is The Crepes of Wrath by Sarah Fox, 4 stars. I liked it best.
Slightly better than the Grapes of Wrath. I adore this series. I've read all of them. And these
I think this series has some of the best
yes.
funny titles of any
Mhm.
cozies.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
just gonna read them for those that don't know. For Whom the Bread Rolls, Of Spice and Men. So they're all plays. Yeast of Eden, Crepe Expectations.
Oh my gosh.
Much Ado About Nutmeg, A Room with a Rue,
Brilliant.
and A Wrinkle in Time. And like the spice. And that is all the series. The series is completed at book 8, she has said.
Yes.
I'm very sad about.
Yes. She does have another series. It's a literary pub series that's also very, very good.
Which I haven't tried yet. Yeah.
I really recommend it. It's a very fun series.
And I won't read the whole thing because I think we've talked about this before, but Marley takes over for her cousin Jimmy with his pancake shop. And it takes place, I forget where it's Wildwood Cove, which she likes. Sarah said she liked, now I can't think of the word. She loved that feel of this place. You know what I'm talking about? Was it Vermont? I think she said everything is in Vermont because she's from Canada.
Yes,
but,
she lives in Canada.
She wanted to write it based in Canada, and they told her like, oh, that wouldn't sell. So she picked her like favorite area, which is like the Vermont, New England area. And she has a cat named Flapjack and has a good relationship in it. And it's just a really fun series.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's very, very good. All right.
What was yours again, Tiffany? Murder.
Mango, Mambo, and Murder. Goodness gracious. This was a first in the Caribbean kitchen. So it is really, really good. The main character is a food anthropologist, but she gets like talked into doing this like Cuban food show on like sounds like maybe like a QVC sort of kind of channel. And or maybe a public like a PBS kind of channel or something along that line. And it was really good. I already checked out the second one. I'm really looking forward to it. It was hard to listen to. I think next time I'm gonna listen to it, but also check out the ebook. The reason I say that is because it wasn't the accent, because sometimes I did have to slow it down because of the accent, but it was I really really loved that they did this, but there was a lot of like Spanish words and introduction of like Spanish culture, which was, I've told you guys, I really love reading these new cozies that are about different cultures. But when you don't know what they are and you're just listening to it, it's harder to, at least for me, to process it than if I'm reading it. So I think I'm also going to get the ebook next time, but I absolutely loved it. I think I end up giving it either a 4 or 4.5.
And what exactly is the food anthropologist like?
So she she doesn't do anything with it in this book, but that's what and like she's teaching, but basically it's like along with like the history of what was going on in a culture historically, she's talking about how food plays into that.
Oh, okay. And it says she has her son's toddler, so she's a grandma.
It's her son.
Yeah, she said her son has a toddler. So, right? Her son's toddler tantrum. So her son is being the toddler.
I was like, wait, I was like, did I miss something totally? Because she has a little boy. I was confused.
And her husband's midlife crisis. So she's actually married. So that's refreshing because a lot of times it's a single woman. Yeah.
I will say at one point I was like, oh, where's this going? Because his midlife crisis kind of turned to like her investigating whether he was cheating and everything. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like where this is going, but it was kind of a red herring of sorts, you know. So I really, really enjoyed it. The culture in it is really interesting. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, look, it's Halloween theme for the next one.
Isn't that a cool title?
Yeah, Calypso Corpses Cooking.
I like it.
Nice. Yeah, that just came out in November. Very nice.
Yes, it was really
It's coming out in November.
Oh, it is? Oh, it's not out yet. Yeah, November 2022.
Okay. Nice.
Well, because Tiffany said she was going to get the next book. So I was like, oh, I didn't even look at the year. Yeah, we got to wait a bit, Tiffany.
Okay. I guess it was one of those, like, I already plan on reading the second one. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get it. But gotcha.
Okay. What was the next comment, or any of you guys haven't been paying attention? Okay.
But I just want to say she also said she enjoyed the Enola Holmes. I can't wait to try it out. And then Mel Max said her scavenger hunt punny title was Acts of Violets by Kate Collins, number 5 in the flower shop. I rated it 4.5 stars. Loved it. My favorite of the series so far.
Yeah, I think we talked about that series last time. Again, like some of these titles are hilarious. They're all have to do with flowers. One of the first series I ever started, and it took me years and years to finish it.
Sorry, Kylie.
But just to read some Slay It with Flowers, Snipped in the Bud.
Those are cute.
Snipped in the bud. That's funny.
Night of the Living Dandelion. Nightshade on Elm Street.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's funny. Come here.
They're all Florist Grump.
Love it.
They're all great. So it's about Abby Knight, who owns a flower shop in Indiana. And there's a great set of characters in there. You recently just read book 1, huh, Tiffany?
Yes, and I really liked it. It was for a blind date pick from Sophia.
Yes, it's a really fun series. I miss it. But there's 19 books, so there's a lot to look forward to.
Yes. Storm, what was your pick?
Well, like
Cozy's Roosters are telling us it's time to get up.
Oh yeah, I have Wild Roosters in my
I didn't
town.
have very many honey titles for March, so I just went with Totally Pawstruck by Sophie Ryan. So.
Yeah, that's a cute title. Totally Pawstruck. I like it. Is that part of the Second Chance series or a different one?
Yes, the latest one that just came out this year.
Okay. Yeah, book number 9. I love the covers on these.
Well, actually caught up on a series.
Yay.
That's awesome, Storm.
Somebody else is reading one of them from here because the Fast and the Furriest is one
of them. And we read book 1 for back last year, and I enjoyed it. I just haven't gotten to it. So the main character owns a shop where you repurpose and give things a second chance. And a lot of people in our group seem to like it.
She has a cat named Elvis.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I really liked it too. I
Have-
enjoyed the
Have
first
you?
book.
Yeah. Have you tried her Sophie Kelly series, Storm?
I have not.
The
I need
magical
to.
cat?
It's on my list.
Yeah, I haven't tried it either. I'm very behind on my cat cozies.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge cat person because I've got dogs, but it seems like all the books that I read have cats on them.
Okay, next one.
Awesome. Ooh, I don't think that's me.
Oh, is it me? Hold on.
Last time I think I turned them off and never turned them back on because
We taught Tiffany how to turn off Discord because it was like go off every second.
Yeah, that was bad.
which was fine because I didn't want it on to begin with. Like I don't. Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious. Okay, you give it 4 stars. I'd like you to tell us a little bit about this, Mazda, as far as like the writing and the tone of it, because these covers always creep me out. Like they don't look cozy at all to me.
I think they look cool.
Well, they look very cool, but they don't look very cozy. So, Night of the Living Deed. I love that title, and it was from Berkeley, so in 2010. So, and you give it 4 stars. So, have we talked about this one before? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Okay. Newly divorced, Allison Kirby wants a second chance for herself and her 9-year-old daughter. So she's returned to her hometown on the Jersey Shore to transform a fixer-upper into a charming and hopefully profitable guest house. But when a bump on the head leaves her seeing not only stars but spirits, Allison realizes the real challenge she faces is out of this world. And then there's 2 residing ghosts at the place, so now she can see them. So it kind of sounds like that one you read, Tiffany, that you like, the where she bumps her head and she can now see ghosts. Yeah.
The Pepper Martin.
Yeah. So if it is available on audiobook, I think I'll do it because I'm kind of a chicken with ghosts, but I'm going to add it to my TBR because the synopsis sounds really good.
I just looked it up on Amazon and it is available, but it's Audible only.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Then I'll just have to just brave through the ebook version at some point.
It sounds fun. I mean, and then this ghost sound kind of surly, like they give her a hard time about her picks. Like she's trying to redecorate, and from the they're like all up in her business.
Oh. Because it says the 2 residing ghosts are Maxie, the foul-tempered former owner of the house who has a definite opinions about Allison's design plans, and Paul, who was a private eye who had been working for Maxie. Both died on the house on the same night. The official cause of death was suicide, but the ghosts insist they were murdered, and Allison needs to find out who killed them. So it's a cold case, but it's very interesting. But it's very interesting. Okay, so that sounds good, actually.
Yeah, I can just imagine like this like sassy ghost being like,
right,
why'd you paint my walls green? You know, I just think that's so funny.
But if anybody has read book 2, I'm curious, how does the rest of the series play out after? Is she always like, does she go out, she can see spirits and now she just helps the ones in the town or something maybe?
I don't know. Maybe they just move forward with the guest house. Maybe the ghosts stay.
No, I think they might stay, but I mean, like, if she solves their crime, what is the next mystery? It has to probably be from another ghost.
Or maybe people at the guest house. Something happens like
I was going to say, maybe something in the town happens and the ghost helpers solve the crime.
Right. Okay, yeah, they could be. And then the average of my friends, 4.12 rating. So everybody seemed to like it, 4 and 5 stars.
Yeah, that's pretty good average.
Nice.
It sounds fun.
It does.
Zibby said, I'm reading manga right now, One Piece Volume 9. I mostly read fantasy, sci-fi, and literary fiction. And I'm starting How the Armed Sister Sweeps Her House.
How the One-Armed Sister.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Goodness. How the One-Armed Sister. Rewind. Nice. Well, thank you for sharing. We have some fantasy readers in here. Not many sci-fi, some. Not me because I scared. But what was I going to say? Cajun said she read punny title cursive foiled again. Hand lettering mystery 0.5. I've never heard of this.
I read this one. It's 36 pages. It's the startup novella. It's very, very short. When did I read it? Apparently I read it in 2020, so I don't remember it, but I enjoyed it. For 36 pages, I gave it 4 stars. So,
Oh,
and it's about hand lettering, which I do try to do. So I like the premise.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a fancy writing style where you have to do less pressure when you're going up, more pressure when you're going down. And so she's a local hand lettering artist and amateur sleuth. And I think she has a shop, and she does freelance. So if somebody wants to order something, so it's like an Etsy shop. If you want to order something custom from her, you can, and you go to her place. And it's Cedar Valley, but it doesn't say where it is. It's a KU series, I believe, right, Cajun? And so, like, who shot the seraph in the nib of time? So they're all plays on writing and pens and stuff. Fun. Seems like there's 5 books out. Yeah. So if you want to give it a try, it's on KU, I believe.
I've never heard of that one. That's interesting.
0.5 is free at least.
Mhm.
Huh. What did you rate it, Cajun? Tell us what you thought of
Yeah,
it.
it's on KU.
Okay, nice.
Sarah,
Yeah, I need to go back to it.
Sarah, what's the best title you've read recently?
For me, for the month of March, it was Burden of Poof by Julianne Lindsay. The first book in the Bonnie and Clyde mystery series, which was just I loved it. I will read it. I will read Julianne Lindsay's grocery list, but legitimately, like, her books are, and I think this whole series is on KU. She's trying it out to see.
Not anymore, sadly. I just looked the other day.
Oh, really? Boo.
Yeah, it's $4.99 now.
Yeah.
But they are coming out on audio. So
But yeah, they are on audio because I listened to this from Hoopla.
Yeah, I just noticed Hoopla was adding them. I had bought the first book on pre-order, and I ended up buying book 2, and then it came out. It started to come out on audio. I gave it 5 stars. Yeah.
Yeah,
do you want to tell us?
I really liked it.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the synopsis, or I can read it?
Yeah, it's pretty much about Bonnie, who owns this shop in Bliss, Georgia, and it's like not a consignment shop, but she like buys old stuff and refurbishes it. And she has a black cat named Clyde. There is a 0.5 in the series, How Bonnie Met Clyde, which was delightful. The cat wears a bow tie, and he always matches her outfit. And the whole mystery is about this local woman who was going to donate all these very expensive dresses to her shop, and she ends up looking like she fell down the stairs, but could she have been murdered? And as is typical with the first in a series, Bonnie's the one who's kind of being looked at as the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sarah, have you tried? I don't know if it's out yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. If it's either way, but the new Thelma and Louisa by her.
I am actually on her ARC team, but because I wasn't feeling well, I didn't get in time to get the e-ARC for it. But I am looking forward to it because they make an appearance in this series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I just looked the other day. I'm pretty sure it's April 7th, so it's really close.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it will come out on audio so I could try it. But if not, I'm definitely gonna, because right now it's $4.99 right now.
I really like her. I need to try some of her like romance stuff because I've never.
Yes.
I'll be right back. The blind dog I babysit is not having fun right now.
Oh, poor Poncho.
I just got her newest intrigue. I just picked up her newest intrigue. And I had to pick up the final one in the Seaside Cafe, Pleading the Fish, which talk about a punny title.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that series yet. The Brie Baker one. I haven't tried that one yet.
It is, and it's so good on audio. The narration is amazing.
Well, that's I'll get it on audio.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely just love all of her series. My favorite is Christmas Tree Farm. I just can't. It just is so cozy to me. I just love it. I love it. And I just am stuck on the second book in the Christmas Tree Farm has like the best, reveal of like finding a body in a book that I can remember. I was just like, that is brilliant. I love it. I love that series. I don't know. I think it's really cozy in my mind with the Rudolph games and all that stuff. But I also really love her Cider Shop series as well.
That one's real. I'm going to try and read the second one this month if I can get to it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite romance from her?
from Julianne.
Yeah.
Definitely I would start out with, she writes a series called The Heartland Heroes. I think this is the 5th or 6th. It is, yeah. So start with book 1 in the Heartland Heroes series. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But it's an intrigue.
Cool.
Okay.
It's a series, it's a group of siblings.
Okay. SVU Surveillance.
That's it, yes.
Awesome.
Did you guys want to do another sprint and then we can come back and talk about some more?
Yeah. Well, why don't you want to wait till quarter after just so? Well, I guess with
Yeah.
the timer, it doesn't matter.
Well,
We don't
well,
really-
no, I was just saying I can't. I was just gonna get one started while you catch up.
Oh,
on some
okay.
comments. Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect.
Another 25 or
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to the scavenger hunt picks since she's pulling that up. I'm just Dean
guys
says, I like the Greywell in series 2. Love the setting. I want to go stay there. Well, except for the murders. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah. I always think about a Cabot Cove. I'm like, I think it sounds beautiful, but I just got to tell you, if I see Jessica Fletcher or Angela Lansbury, I'm out. I don't care where I am. I'm out because somebody's going down and just.
What's like on one of the episodes whenever when they get the new sheriff on Murder She Wrote, I think it's like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes in, and he's like, another body, what is this, the death capital of Maine?
There was a meme I saw yesterday, and it was like the town, like, the sign, welcome to Cabot Cove with the number of occupants, and it kept getting scratched out. It just said, like, Jessica Fletcher and the sheriff at the bottom, and that's it.
Population 3, Seth,
Right.
the sheriff, and Angela. Well,
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. I agree, Nadine. I just remember really liking it. Hey, Breezy. We were just talking about that book.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just so excited to find out what happens.
We will.
And she was so passionate when Tiffany interviewed her talking about that book. And she was so excited because she got to write 2 epilogues. They let her wrap it up. They let her know that it was going to be her last. And it was wonderful hearing her talk about it.
Yeah, she was just, you said it best. She was just so passionate about it. It's really cool to hear that.
Yeah.
I love the Maggie Sefton knitting series. Yeah. Oh, she's talking about Pleading the Fifth.
Mhm.
I'm really looking forward to that one. The ending is supposed to be really good, Pleading the Fish. But I still have a few to read in the series. Yeah, because I'm only at number 3, I think.
I'm at 4 or 5. I forget which one.
We're gonna start a sprint in 1 minute. Hey, Z Spumoni, tell us what you're reading. I love the Sophie Kelly series. The cats are adorable. I always get Sophie Kelly and Sophie Ryan mixed up. Which one's
Right.
the Second Chance?
That's Sophie Ryan. Sophie Kelly is Magical Cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Momax said, me too. Mazda Goes Vroom Vroom said, it's a really fun series.
Okay,
The
good.
ghosts aren't scary at all. So that's the Night of
Okay.
the Living Deed or whatever.
Okay.
What is that series actually called?
I don't remember.
The E.J. Copperman. We can look. I can look.
Yeah, but it just needs a recover branding.
Yeah.
It's a really funny book.
It's a haunted guest house mystery.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks. One Piece. Yes. Not really sure. I just watched a YouTube review of a cozy fantasy. I'm very interested to try one out. Has anyone tried one?
No, I don't know if it'd be. I just read A Spell for Trouble by Esme Addison last month, and between that and Murder on the Rocks, they were both fantastic. A Spell for Trouble had a lot of fantasy elements, and it was a cozy, and so I think that might be. And I absolutely loved it. It's about a water witch and the Polish myth about water witches and how it connects to this town called Enchanted Bay series, and it was fantastic. I'm going to read book number 2 this month, and I really hope there's more.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and it's not my normal thing. Like I'm having a hard time getting into paranormal, so I've been trying more. And so it was definitely paranormal, but then it had all these fantasy elements and magic, and it was just the whole time it kept my attention. It was wonderful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What was the cozy fantasy series that you saw reviewed?
Yeah.
Z Spumoni. All right, so we are at quarter after, or actually 1 minute past, but you know what I mean. Lee, which egg do you want? Choose wisely. You can only choose one.
Number 2.
Okay. Storm,
Oh goodness. 5.
Cozy,
1.
Sarah.
3.
Okay,
Good.
so
Tiffany gets what's left. I forget.
I don't remember what number that is.
4.
Is it number 4. Number 4.
Okay.
That's the one I wanted all along.
I have a feeling these things are gonna sprout legs, and it's gonna be very creepy.
Oh, the
I
shells
think
are
they're
gonna
gonna
pop
roll.
open.
I think they're gonna. I'm guessing they're gonna roll.
They're gonna roll and maybe hatch at the end, or if they might get legs. We'll see.
All right. Those bunnies were booking it.
They were.
They were really. All right. All right, everyone. Happy reading.
Who had number 3?
Sarah.
Winner again.
Yeah,
Winner
2 in a
again.
row. Rigged.
Told
I
you
don't know
beginners
how
luck.
this is interesting. Very interesting. How was
They kept-
everybody's sprints?
The chickens kept popping up. It was cute.
I thought
I
that was
know they were like peeking. It was adorable.
Mine was good. I started Sour Apples by Sheila Connolly on audiobook. I've been burnt out on audiobooks lately, and the last one I listened to, I don't even know if I liked the book because I was just not in the mood for audio. So I'm going to stick with series that I know I love on audio, and I really love her Orchard series on that. So, and I sat outside and had breakfast. So it was a nice little break.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I also had breakfast and got 10% more read in matchmaking. And I'm really enjoying it because now we just found out a backstory about somebody else. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Is that book 1 or?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would recommend the first book I read, which was a book of short essays I read yesterday, was The Southern Lady Code by Helen Ellis. And she just tells like the most snarky stories in like the most polite Southern voice possible. So it just makes them sound even better. And they're all so funny and relatable. So
Like bless your little heart.
exactly.
Oh, exactly.
Exactly.
How did everybody else do?
I read about 20 pages of the paranormal romance. It's a romance. It should be easy, but because I don't read a lot of paranormal, it's like,
Right.
okay, what is this character? What do they do? What is, wrapping your head around that part of it takes a little bit longer.
That's how I have a hard time too, because you got to get used to their particular system. Everybody has a different magic system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I really connected to the Esme Addison book, because she was just, you could tell, was so thorough. And it's actually a real myth. It was the Mermaid of Warsaw. I guess it's in Poland.
Okay.
So, and her family on her husband's side is Polish. So she did a lot of research, and it felt like that. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely understand, because it's like every book, it's like, okay, you got to get used to the new magic.
Yeah, this one has alphas and witches, and there's a virgin succubus I just met, and I went, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right.
A virgin,
and everybody's magic works differently. Like there's
Yeah.
rules,
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Yeah.
And Tiffany has a hard time like suspending like disbelief, so
Really
that's why she has a hard time, because she's like, that would never happen.
Yeah,
which I mean, obviously, but the thing is, like, I can't suspend my disbelief to like just go with it. Like, I can to a certain extent. I mean, like cozies, like a lot of the time, the stuff that happens, like even with the amateur sleuth, okay, but that's different than like a shapeshifter and a whatever, and I don't know, and an octopus falling in love and this and that.
The talking sea serpent in my last book.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. See, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I can't. I don't know. I went back up.
Yeah.
I also had a really good sprint. I'm now at 56%, which is really funny, because the book I'm reading is A Skeleton in the Family, which has a talking skeleton after I.
Yeah, we just talked about that. But unlike other ones, I feel like you just accept it, right? Like you just accepted that Sid was a skeleton. Like, and the writing's like more sophisticated, so it's like it's not trying to be funny, and it's just like her best friend's a skeleton, and it's been the family, and then you learn how he became a skeleton and all that. Yeah, but yeah, that was the same way. But I just, for some reason, I just accepted it when I read that book.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just found it ironic. I was like, wait, was I just saying something?
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
My mind went well. I'm reading, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
And he likes to go on the computer and read Harry Potter because he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, he's a big reader, and he'll spew facts, and they're like, how do you know that? He's like, I read. Oh my goodness.
How did you do, Storm?
Oh, okay. I got a little distracted with my dad was talking to me, but I got like to 17% anyway. So.
Excellent. I think I went back up. I wanted to make sure I said hi to Max Susie 10. I like your name, by the way. She said, hi, I'm reading A Question of Guilt by Jorn Lear Horst in my mother tongue. It's not cozy, but so interesting.
So does that mean it's in a different language?
I was about to say, is
No.
it translated from something or not translated, I guess. Tell us more, please.
Mhm.
And your dog is adorable.
Yeah.
Hey Tiffany, don't be me, moi. I mean, this angel's halo is pure.
A little crooked.
That's what my mama tells me.
Yeah, a little crooked.
If you pick number 3 with Sarah and she rigged it, you won. Congratulations.
That's the running joke, even though they see me set it up. But yeah, I got her. I got her back. I got her this time since was so excited.
Everybody just saying how far they got. I went to read the Family Skeleton series after Jane talked about it several weeks ago. I put it on my Amazon wish list. Yeah, I'm really liking the first one. It's really fun so far.
And it's one of Protagonist's favorite. There's 6 books, but I've only read 1. Just because I don't know the direction it's going to go in, because we've learned how he became a skeleton in number 1. So I'm like, okay, now what's the direction going to go? But I'm sure it'll be fun. Because in book number 2, he is a prop for Hamlet as the skull and the daughter's high school play. So I'm sure that will be fun.
So I went back through and
because we had missed some.
Stephanie said her scavenger hunt pick is the Fast and the Furious, which might win the title for me, the punny title today. The Fast and the Furious. That's adorable. And she said it's book 5 in the Second Chance, which is we just talked about earlier with Storm's book. And what did you rate it, Stephanie? Or maybe I missed it. It's book 5. Yeah, tell us what you rated it. And then Jane said her punny title was In Cave Danger, which is the Pacific Northwest series, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's the last book. And I think she said she was reading in order, so she finished it. Yeah, by Kate Dyer Seeley, which is AKA Ellie Alexander. And I have read the first 2. I really enjoy the series. Book 1 is Scene of the Climb. And I believe it's on KU right now. I'm not sure. Let me see. No, but it's only $2.99. So we've talked about this before, but if you don't know, it takes place in Portland, Oregon. And the main character is a journalist, but she's having a hard time finding jobs in the newspaper industry and all that. So she interviews for a magazine that is looking for a sports enthusiast, adventure. Yeah, that's like into like rock climbing and somebody that can go on the scene and do these extreme sports. And so she lies her way through the interview. And so the boss finds out. But yeah, there's during the first one, there's like a rock climbing thing. And so she has to go and like participate so she can report on it. And a murder takes place. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. And so each book has a different event. Like the next one is skiing, and then there's surfing, which will be the next one. So it's a fun series.
I read the first one and really liked it. It was pretty humorous.
Yeah. And I think Jane gave it 4 stars. Very nice.
Nice. And since we just said I'm interviewing Ellie tomorrow.
Yes.
At 2. Eastern. I've interviewed her once, but she has that new press, and so she's going to talk about her new publishing and how that's all going to be moving forward in Matter Books, and I'm really excited to hear about that. I just think that's really interesting, so I'm excited about that. Jillian said her scavenger hunt was Murder Wears White by Stephanie Blackmore. 4 stars. Liked the B&B wedding elements. I love B&B cozies.
Mm-hmm. And these have
a B&B cozy though. It's a wedding cozy. Is that right?
I believe I've read this whole series, but I forget. I believe it's 2 sisters, and they have this old house that they're fixing up to host weddings. But I think they allow guests to stay there too.
Okay.
So
is there paranormal in it, or am I thinking?
No.
I don't know why I think that name or my author. I think. Okay.
No.
Never mind.
But yeah, I enjoy it. And then there's like the neighbors. They have a relationship with the neighbors, and I believe in this one, the 3 dogs on the cover are like the mother-in-law of like the bride or something. Those are her dogs or something.
Oh.
But yeah, that's book 2. It's a fun series.
I think you're thinking, Tiffany, of Juliet Blackwell.
Maybe. Yeah.
But
You're right.
But now that you mentioned that, no, that was Josie Bell's, aka Jen McKinley. Her last book had a paranormal twist out of nowhere. I was thinking it was this one but no, it was We're All Sudden. The last one. No.
The first book in that series, I just looked, at least in Canada, it's on sale for $1.99.
Very nice.
If anyone's interested in picking it up, which I just did.
It's on Kindle Unlimited here in the US.
There you go. It's not Kindle Unlimited in Canada.
Oh, but yeah, this says or buy for $1.99. So if you wanted to buy it,
there you go.
And it's from Kensington. Yeah, and it's a completed series. As far to my knowledge, there's 5 books. Oh yeah, see, look, I get everything 4 and 5 stars, or 4 stars, and the last book I gave 2 because I wasn't a fan of it.
What was I going to say? That's interesting that the KU is different in Canada. Like what is available and what's not. That's funny.
It's different in the UK too, because I know Sophia was bummed before when something wasn't on there that we had.
Gotcha.
We share land though. It should all be the same.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Yeah.
And who hasn't gone? Oh, Lee, did you think of yours?
So the book that I read was in the Gallagher Girls series, and it was book number 2, and it was called Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy.
See that's a great title.
Yeah. I thought they did have really cute titles for that series. I know it's not cozy mystery though, but
have you read those, Sarah?
No, I haven't.
I think it was Elizabeth that binged them.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
She went on a binge for all of them. So,
is it like a high school level type of thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a high school level. I think some of the girls. So the main character, Cammie, her mom winds up, and this isn't a spoiler. You learn this in the first book. Is that her mom is like the headmistress of the academy when she's starting, and so she's grown up around it her whole time. Both of her parents were spies. So you kind of like hear, like in the prequel, you kind of read like the year before she was going to start and all that she was just used to in the spy world. And then when she starts in the first book, which was, I would tell you I love you, but then I'd have to kill you. And in that one, so she starts out like her first year at the academy. So it's basically, so you find out that, and this is right off the bat, you learn this is that her father was killed, but since he's a spy, she's never sure if he was killed or not. So that's like her side mystery, is to like find out really what happened to her dad and find that out. Another part is just being a teenage girl and dealing with boys, and then being in a spy school, everything's a lesson. So is it a setup? Is it just a boy? It's also learning to be around these other girls and then learning all of your spy stuff at the same time.
So like each book, is there like a mystery or like a certain event in each book that you focus on? Do you do any heist or anything? Or
there's definitely heists as you go along. They're learning stuff. Some of the teachers continue on. She's still trying to figure out her dad. That's an ongoing thing. And then you also meet like a big bad, like an opposite of like MI6, FBI, CIA type of group that's like they're kind of battling that while still going to school. I did not read the Harry Potter books, but I almost imagine that that's kind of similar. Like you're trying to learn all your studies. So you have some shady teachers. You're trying to have a little bit of romance. And then there's the bigger thing of like, what am I going to do with my life?
Right. So, when you're still trying to be a teenager.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. And you binged the series last month, didn't you?
Yes. Yep. I actually just have the 2 novellas left to do. So.
Yeah, all the titles are great. Don't judge a girl by her cover. Only the good spy young.
They were really cute ones. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then in that book, Double Crossed, right there, that is a novella. And in Allie Carter's other series, The Heist Society, which I love and really, really wish she would write more of, 2 characters cross over and have a story in that one.
Oh, so she likes the heist thing. And then 6.5, a Gallagher wedding. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea who that would be?
I knew right away who it was going to be. Like in book 3, I knew who it was going to be. So.
And then did you see that she has?
I did.
Did you see she has Embassy Row, whatever that is?
I'm going to put that on my list coming up too. And I already have The Winterborn on my TBR for May.
Nice.
I really enjoy her writing for like a YA heisty type of thing. I really enjoy them.
It's not, yeah, because sometimes they can get cheesy and yeah.
I think I'm going to try it for, I know it's not middle grade, but I think I want to try the first one for May, for middle grade May. I know it's a stretch because it's more YA than middle grade, but
well, and our ages, it's middle grade.
Fair enough.
Anything below 20 years old, I'm like, oh, that's children.
Yep.
Well, I mean, quite, yeah. Thanks, Cozy, for bringing us all down.
I mean, I am the youngest. I can point that out.
Was that supposed to make it better?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that worked.
Well, she said I was trying to bring us all down. I was including myself.
Okay. But no, I thought it was a good series, and I really did love the titles. I thought they were funny. So
They're good. Yeah, they're all good. I love them. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. That's fun. Oh, that's the handwriting one. She said she gave it 5 stars.
Oh, nice.
And
I gave it 4, and it was only like 30 something pages.
That's awesome. Anita did Here Comes the Fudge, which is part of the Candy Coated series by Nancy Coco,
which is number 9. Number 9, number 10. I'm not sure if it's out yet or if it just came out. This looks like, what was it? No, that's not Christmas. Those are flowers. Looks like a wedding themed one.
Mm-hmm.
I loved book 1 and gave it 5 stars, and then book 2 I did not like it. I don't know if it was like a second book slump. So I've been hesitant to try book 3, but the first book was amazing, like one of the best first books in a series. The first one's all fudged up. We've talked about that a lot, and Tiffany's interviewed her, and so she owns a fudge shop and a hotel that she's fixing up that was in her family on Mackinac
Island. Yeah.
Mackinac Island, which is in Michigan, or
yes.
Yeah, and it's a real place.
Yes,
a tourist place where like cars aren't allowed and stuff like that. But if you haven't tried this series, I recommend giving it a try. And so, have you read? Who was that? Anita.
Anita. Yep.
Have you read all 9, Anita? It's currently on Kindle Unlimited too, if you wanted to, or $5.99 to buy if you wanted to give it a try.
Okay. Excellent. I've read I think first 4,
3 or 4, yeah, whatever's on audio you read. Yeah.
I also enjoy it. I did think that the first one's way better than the other ones. I will say that. I agree, but not to the extent. Like I didn't dislike the other ones as much, but it's a fun series overall.
Yeah, as long as I like book 3 better, I'm fine.
Susan G. Scavenger Hunt is Murders and No Vote of Confidence by Christopher Reader. I gave it 4 stars. Mr. Francie just read that as well.
Yeah, that's his group read for the month, I believe.
Yeah, it was one of his buddy reads. Yeah.
It's been a while since. But I was sadly disappointed in this series because you think it's about candle making, but from what I remember, it's a lot to do with has like a spy feel element. Like it's a lot of mystery and more sleuthing, and I feel like it's either book 2 or 3. There's like a spy element, and you didn't get to see much of the candle making part because I like cozy more than mystery.
I read one of them in the series. And it was later, and that was exactly what I said in my review, that there was like no candle making. I'm like,
yeah,
which is exactly what Mr. Francie said last night.
Yeah. And the cover is adorable and really misleading. Like I think it takes place in Maine, which is one of my buzzwords, and yeah.
Yeah,
I gave the first one 3 stars, so I still enjoyed it. But I think 2 and 3 I was disappointed because it's only a trilogy.
Which one did you read, Sarah?
I think it was the 3rd one.
I can
if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, 15 minutes of flame. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that title great though?
And the cover. I mean, it's like Halloween.
It's so cozy. Yeah.
Right?
That is a great cover. I love the
cozy and it's more.
And the story itself, like the murder or whatever, was seriously creepy, and it was really good. If they just put more candle, it would have been better. I know that sounds like silly, but
No, I mean,
You know?
yeah, because otherwise it's misleading. You're like, wait, where's the candle shop? Like,
Yeah.
I just had a flashback reading the synopsis of how they found the body and what. Oh yeah, that was creepy.
Right?
And
It
even
was
says
really
creep out.
well done. Like,
Yeah, I remember being creeped out by it. I gave this one 2 stars. I remember thinking it was really creepy. Yeah, and I think it was book 2 then had the like spy feel.
I know I've read book 1, but I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I don't want to discourage anybody from reading it. If you enjoy more fast-paced like mystery cozies, then give it a try. If you want more like a slower pace, really cozy details, then like I enjoy it might not be your cup of tea. But all the
Gotcha.
covers
It's
are
just got such cute covers.
and
I
all the
know.
titles are punny. Murder makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah, and I love the idea of a candle shop. I like specialty shop cozies.
Me
Mhm.
too.
So, but I want my specialty shop cozy to actually have the specialty shop.
Right,
in it.
Right. You
Like,
need at least a 50-50 balance of mystery and the premise,
Agreed.
you know. Okay, who are we on?
oh, to Helvetica.
Yeah.
Nice. 5 stars. That was our group read. Glad you enjoyed that. That's awesome. Book 2
Yes.
we'll be reading for the 3rd week in April.
Yeah, we're doing a trilogy read along, Sarah. So last month we read book 1. It's a dangerous type series by Paige Shelton.
Okay.
And we'll be reading book 2 if you by chance want to participate. On the 16th we changed. Yeah, that's right. Because we're
That's
only
true.
off the weeks. Yeah. So the 16th we'll be discussing it. And that's when we do spoilers and stuff.
Okay.
And that was a mixed bunch. Half of us liked it and half of us thought it was boring. So
Interesting.
yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I was one of the ones that enjoyed it. It's about it's a ski resort town with a grandfather and a granddaughter, and they have a specialty shop that has like sells old typewriters and fixes old typewriters, but they also sell like stationery and pens and restore books and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And their shop is in a like a alley that's called like old
Bygone Alley.
Bygone Alley, and so like they're all like
old-timey
shops
very
that,
cute.
you know. And it's really cool if you're doing any kind of challenge with like if you're doing any like state cozy challenge, because I
Okay.
know there's a few of them, because it takes place in Utah, and it's
Yeah.
only cozy
Oh.
I know that takes place in Utah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Sherry said her scavenger hunt pick was Down Meow for Murder.
I
by
love the
Bethany
title.
Blake. 4 stars. 2 4 stars. 2 cold-blooded Myrtle Elizabeth C. Muncie, which is a real pun. I don't know what the second half.
She also read Cold Blooded Myrtle by Elizabeth C. Bunce.
I think
as
she
a-
meant her
Oh.
second favorite. Her like
second
two. Her
one,
yeah,
yeah.
cold-blooded
Oh.
Myrtle.
Yeah.
Wait, I was
Cold-blooded
like,
murder. Love it.
I'm so okay.
Was that the one that Cortagonist picked for her book club?
Yes.
I
Well,
think
I think
so.
she had premeditated Myrtle.
Premeditated
the
Myrtle.
first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay, so this is book 2. Cold-blooded Myrtle, which is like a middle grade mystery, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Bethany Blake really likes the pets. I think all her themes are pets. And you got to appreciate the cat jumping at the dog.
That it's cute.
I like that
this
series.
This is book 2 in the Lucky Paws Pet Sitting. So I'm going to read the synopsis for book 1. Death by Chocolate Lab.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes. So cute. So pet sitter Daphne Templeton has a soft spot for every stray and misfit who wanders into the quaint lakeside village of Sylvan Creek. But even Daphne doesn't like arrogant, womanizing Steve Bemis, the controversial owner of Blue Ribbon Canine Academy. When Steve turns up dead during a dog agility trial, Daphne can think of a long list of people with motives for homicide, and so can the police. Unfortunately, at the top of the list is Daphne's sister Piper, Steve's latest wronged girlfriend. So she has to clear her sister's name. She's a pet sitter. So if you love your pet cozies, give that a try. It's already on my TBR.
It sounds cute.
And what did she say what she gave it? Or 4, I think?
4 stars.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
It's a pretty decent series, though. Daphne kind of drove me crazy sometimes.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you read it? Have you read a few in it?
I've read all but the last one.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Lisa Kay gave it 3 stars. That's she always gets everything 4 and 5. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you are right. I don't know if I've ever seen her give a book 3 stars.
Yeah, now I want to read it even more.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to go read her review later.
You have that thing, Sarah, like me and Storm do, where if someone doesn't like a book, it makes you want to read it more to see if you feel the same way.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like that's just I've always been that kid. Like, you can't do that. Oh yeah, watch me.
Yeah.
Hey, Breezy. She said she's not finished yet, but her pick was Plating the Fish, the number 7 in the Brie Baker, which is the last in the Seaside Cafe series. First book is Live and Let Chai. Oh, that's what she pulled up. Perfect.
Yeah. It's on Kindle Unlimited right now. I think a few of them are.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy this series. I think I had a disconnect with it. Like, I've enjoyed her other stuff more because I listened to an audiobook. I know you said you really like the narrator, but I'm so picky with audiobooks that I feel like if I would have read it, I would have enjoyed it even more.
That's
so
fair.
now I'm going to continue with, I'm on book 5. So I'm going to continue with book 5, 6, and 7 on ebook because I want to give it its, I wish I had the time, I'd go back and reread the whole thing. Because why I enjoyed it, I was like, I need to be pushed over the edge.
Like my favorite.
Okay, good. And she just read
because it's Halloween themed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you wouldn't judge that from the
cover, but it's Halloween themed.
Oh,
and our April scavenger hunt pick we drew was holiday themed, so that would be a good one for me then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I love holiday cozies.
I know a lot of people are so sad to see this series end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. So, Live and Let Chai, she owns a sweet tea, well, not sweet tea necessarily, a tea shop.
Yeah, nice tea shop.
Yeah, that's on the coast. I've read the first one. The guy is like doesn't want her to have a business. The town councilman or something like that.
She bought the house or something, and they wanted to rezone it for. Was that?
Yeah. Yes, he doesn't want her to zone it for commercial use or whatever else, and
they want her to like list all her ingredients of her teas, and she's like, yes. They're my recipes. Yeah, it's very cozy. It's the Outer Banks.
That's right.
And she has like 2 ants or something, right?
That remind me of the ants from Practical Magic. Yeah, that's I think part of what I love about it.
Yeah, I thought of that too.
Don't think that the women are cursed.
The swan curse, that the love, blah blah blah. Yeah, very practical.
Yeah, just like Practical Magic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The swan.
I forgot all about that until you said that. I was like, oh yeah, they think Yeah,
I remember in one book the ants are like making a commercial about preserving bees or something. Yeah. It's very fun. I just needed something to push me over the edge to loving it.
I just looked up who the narrator was, and I like Teresa Plummer. She does the Virgin River series. So
okay, yeah, you know how picky.
I couldn't stand her narrating the Virgin River series because I couldn't stand the Virgin River series.
Yeah, and
Virgin River series.
I love series.
I DNF'd it. I couldn't.
Oh,
I couldn't
wow.
do it
Was it was it the audio or just the book?
No. My issue with the series is personal. It's the fact that I felt like every single book, they had to end being a mother. Somebody had to have a baby. And as someone who cannot have children, it really rubbed me the wrong way. And I just had to say, I'm done.
It's like, okay, you're pushing your agenda here. I see it.
That's what I felt like. And but I
kept talking about how it must be in the water or something because they're always pregnant.
Right?
I
totally the writing is great. Don't get me wrong. And just that part of it I didn't like.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. Yeah. Did you watch any of the series on
the Netflix? No, my mom watched them all and she really liked them.
It was not good.
See,
if you like the book series, the show series is so different.
Yeah,
it's very dramatic. Where the books are fluffy. And
yeah.
But I will say, and I said this to Storm, when after the inauguration and there was like the whole Bernie Sanders thing, they put him in a meme at the bar with Hope, the mayor, the older lady. And now I can't help but ship Bernie Sanders and the mayor. Like, I can't help it, but I can totally see that because I can totally see that.
Did Lee say she needed a break?
I know that she's gonna have to go into the restaurant, so she might be getting ready or
Oh,
something.
okay. We have another one.
Kev said, "Oh, this is the part of the same series, right? The EJ Copperman, which is the guest house." Okay, now that one kind of is spooky.
Oh. See, I was gonna say this does not look cozy to me. And this one's even creepier than the first one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that definitely looks creepy.
A footprint on the
For somebody who likes spooky, though, I think it looks pretty cool.
Right? See, this is my idea of a fun paranormal. I read this. Like, look how cute that is. Dead and breakfast with a little tiny like that's the cute paranormal ghost.
A merry ghost in mystery. That looks adorable.
It was actually really fun. I love the grandma character, but it's very lacking on the ghost part. So, okay. Which I actually wanted more on that series.
But I did want to read the rest of this because she said the first 6 or so are on Audible Plus right now in Canada. Anyways. So that's good to know.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, Sarah's like, thank you. I'll check because if it's on Audible Plus, I could do an I saved my credits for Audible exclusives, but I don't know if I want to on that. So,
and she gave it 4 stars as well.
Yeah, and this
is it in the series?
This one's a novella. This is 4.5. I mean, it's every single one has like a high 3 or a 4 average, and it got up to holy cow, 10 books. If these are all by Berkley, then that's impressive. I know the first couple are Crooked Lane. So Crooked Lane took over, which is a great publishing house too. So it went from Berkley to Crooked Lane. And so if it can last 10 books, there's a lot of fans. So
yeah, absolutely. I agree. Interesting. Well, that was we read the synopsis on the first one of that earlier. I'm really looking for she was talking about Pleading the Fish.
And that's
hey, Sherry, good to see you. I haven't been wanting to try the Lattes and Legends book. That's also, I guess, a cozy fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Never heard that one. And then she said, "Yay, Burden of Poof." I love that series so much. Yeah, it was a fun book.
Yeah, and all those titles are so good. Oh, okay. Somebody showed this on the Discord. Okay, look how adorable this is. It's a coffee shop for trolls and magical creatures. So it's definitely. It's it says a novel of high fantasy and low stakes. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry.
You just reminded me with that cover. There's a KU series, and I'm very particular about paranormal, but
this is on KU.
I still want to really try it because it's I guess another KU series that it's a retirement village for mystical creatures.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying.
And retirement village is a big buzzword for me, or to my retirement community. But there's all sorts of warlock and everybody, and they all live together in this retirement community. But it's a cozy mystery series. It sounds adorable, but I just don't know how paranormal it is because that's pretty paranormal. So, but I think it sounds adorable, and that cover reminded me of it because the cover has a wizard on it or a genie. It looks almost like Aladdin, but it just reminded me of that. It's funny.
Even the font on that one just reminds me of one of those old fantasy series that my dad would have read in the 80s. You know what I mean? It's so well done.
Yeah.
And the synopsis is fun. It says, worn out after decades of packing steel and raising hell, Viv, the orc barbarian, cashes out of the warrior's life with one final score. A forgotten legend, a fabled artifact, and an unreasonable amount of hope led her to the streets of Thune, where she plans to open the first coffee shop the city has ever seen. And they're going to be like, what is this? It's categorized as fantasy, romance, LGBT, adult, and then mystery and cozy, and even fantasy. So a little bit of everything. I'd give it a try. It's on Kindle Unlimited and $2.99.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it looks. I totally agree with Sarah. It does because my husband read a lot of D&D books.
I was gonna say, it can remind me of that. Yeah,
exactly what it reminds me of.
Yeah, the Dragonlance Chronicles.
The Dragonlance. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. My husband read a lot of those, and we had them around the house. And yes, exactly like those, including even the way the title's written reminds me of that.
And it says February of 2022, so it just came out. And Jillian marked as consideration. Well, me too. And Melanie's currently reading it. I don't know if that's the same Melanie in our group. And Jess, Lady Lovestead, wants to read it.
It doesn't show that it's part of a series.
Because it's the very first book. It just came out February 2022. So yeah.
Oh,
And Simone said this is the video. This is the book that she was looking at.
Okay.
So that's funny.
I think Storm needs to try it for us so we know, because Storm's like the mixture of, I'm like, okay, would it be Tiffany and Roe approved? Is it cozy enough?
There you go, Storm. you have a job. Yeah, one job, Storm. One job.
If she still has KU, I don't know. You don't have to read the whole thing, just sample it for you. Okay. Did you guys want to do another sprint?
Yes.
We got to talk, and I think we're almost caught up probably on people's picks too.
Yeah, we should be, but we'll come back and finish them up.
Okay. You guys want Easter again, or do you want to do like food or toys? We'll show Sarah something else. We'll do toys.
Toys. Yes.
Yeah, Tiffany loves the toys.
I do love the toys. Mommy, wow. I'm up again now.
My husband, come on. What is with these weird? My husband has ad blockers. There we go. Okay, 5.
And I will be going downstairs to get me something to eat. So
what are you eating?
I don't have a clue.
Well, we'll expect a report when you get back. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a play on Toy Story. Mm-hmm. So, Tiffany, you haven't gone first.
Mr. Potato Head.
Anybody just call out?
I'll take the pig.
Okay, I'll take the octopus.
That octopus is really cute.
You can pick Storm. I'll take what's left.
Oh, the teeth.
I was gonna say the teeth are so cute, and they chatter and they go. So Lee has Army Man. Yep.
All right, tell us what you're picking. Good luck, everyone. If Sarah wins this time, I'm just her and Cozy are in cahoots. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, because there's a secret button right here that says, "Okay, have the pig win."
Yeah.
It's all fun when you win all the time, Tiffany, right?
Right. Yeah, and she never says it's rigged when she wins.
Nope, that's completely different, y'all. It's completely different. All right, everyone. Happy reading.
What was that, Tiffany?
Huh? What?
I said, what was that?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And they all collapse.
Oh. How was everybody's sprints?
Good. Kindle says I have like an hour and a half left, so I'll be finishing it tonight.
Nice.
Of the Clock Shop book.
Excellent. I am now at 68% in the skeleton of the family, so I'm moving along. And I'm going out to dinner with my Meemaw, of course, but then I'll probably come back and listen some more.
Nice. I got 42% of Matchmaking Can Be Murder done, and I decided to quickly read The Gallagher Girl Wedding because it was only 14 pages. So
Oh, 14 pages.
I got that. Listen, if I could cross it off the list, I feel good. So,
That's right.
Absolutely.
I mean, if Goodreads calls it a book, it's a book. So.
That's right.
Right.
Sure. How about you, Storm or Sarah?
Go ahead.
I was reading it, The Exiles, on hardcover, but I grabbed it on audio from my library because I wanted to do some knitting. So I got about 2 or 3% listened to. It's a longer audiobook, and I listened to them at a slow speed. So
Nice.
Gosh.
And what were you knitting on?
my
Your little square. I love that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I miss you picking out the little yarn ball in your videos.
Honestly, I feel like that Christmas time, like the Advent time, was like I looked forward to that every day.
Yeah,
Like,
her
that was so much
tea and
fun.
her picking. Yeah,
I will do it again. I should have thought, because I know April is Vita
Yeah.
video a day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be fun. Maybe I'll do it in
Okay.
August.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That would be good too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Mhm.
How about you, Storm?
Okay. Since I went downstairs and I had an egg and cheese burrito because it was really quick to fix, and I read or listened to Angel's Peak by Robin Carr, which is the 9th Virgin River book, because me and my friend are buddy reading that one.
Nice. Nice. Perfect, because that's what I was pulling up too. Annie said, "Hi everyone. My punny title was Dog Catcher in the Rye, and I gave it
Wonderful.
5 stars. I love this farm in series. Oh gosh,
Oh, the farm in.
it's a
Okay.
farm/in, which I am so excited about.
Yeah, so we're gonna quickly go over the remaining ones. Dog Catcher in the Rye. Gotta love that title. Bought the Farm Mystery by Ellen Riggs. It's currently on Kindle Unlimited.
Is it
And
book 1?
yes. So she has a dream of opening a farm-themed inn. So perfect. In her hometown of Clover Grove. So yeah, and that's on my want to read list.
I like it already. I like it
And
already.
she gave it
and
5 stars.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
wow.
book 1.
that's so exciting. I had never even heard of that. Thank you for sharing that, Annie. I'm gonna have to totally add that one.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna. She said, just got on my lunch break. My punny title was Putting Up with Murder by Julia Buckley. Number 5 stars. I love undercover dish series. Me too.
Such a wonderful, wonderful series.
Love it. I love all of Julia Buckley's writing. I think she's her writing style is one of my favorites.
Have you read anything by her, Sarah?
No, I haven't read her yet.
She has a new series written under Veronica Bond. That's like a dinner theater mystery.
Ooh,
and a couple of I haven't read it yet, but Tiffany and other couple people like raved about it.
Oh my gosh, it's so
and
good.
it's book 1, so it's like it's like like a dinner theater at a castle. Like
it's called Death in Castle Dark.
Yeah, Death in Castle Dark.
Okay.
It's really
so
good.
this is book number 3. We've talked about this series many times.
Yes.
Lila makes food for people that, like, let's say you're going to a potluck or something and you don't know how to cook. She'll make the dish for you and you pay, and then you pretend that it's yours. So her undercover dish, and it's the writing's wonderful. Yeah.
Which is a brilliant business. And
right.
So, of course,
until the chili's poisoned that you make.
Food is poisoned, and then they're pointing the finger at, you.
But then the person doesn't want them to know that they didn't cook it. Yeah.
Right. It's a great series. Really recommend
and
it.
It had ended because Berkeley only gave her 3 books, and then like 4 or 5 years later she got the rights back, so she just released book 4 on her own.
Nice.
So I'm trying to reread it so I can get to number 4.
That's awesome.
Let's see.
We're good. Enjoying a lazy Saturday. I'm good. It's nice outside. Nice. We also had some repeat shoplifters. And so mall security came to scare them off. It's always fun in retail. Wow. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Stephanie finished her book. People just saying what they had for breakfast and how far they got. Hi to Shannon. She said, since I read one of the Mrs. Jeffries cozies in the middle of the series, I decided to go back and start with book 1.
Nice.
Brightwell, the Inspector, Mrs. Jeffries. That's awesome. 14 Pete. Oh, I'm not.
Oh no, she was saying that we were rigging the races, and then her thing won. So I was like, "What are you saying now, huh?" A Norwegian author.
Okay,
I was
cool.
thinking like Scandinavian or something.
But she was reading the book in Estonian.
Wow.
Wow. So she's from
that's
Estonia.
awesome.
That's so cool.
Oh, it was Sarah, I want to apologize again for Mel not saying hello to you to begin with. I feel so bad. I wanted you to feel welcome, and then Mel didn't include you in the hello.
It's okay. I'll just never come back again. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Great job, Mel. Great
Just
job,
in my
Mel.
corner and cry.
See? Oh, Better Off Dead. Here we go. That's what she's got pulled up.
Yes.
The Country Store series.
Country
It's
Store
such a fun series.
Yes, it's so fun. This is okay. This is actually one I love on audio. I've listened to all of them except book 10. I'm saving it. We've talked about before. Love the characters. So Robbie owns Pans and Pancakes, which is a diner and a old cookware store. Very cozy and a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's in Indiana, which I don't know if you just said that. I'm sorry if you just said that because
no, I didn't.
I mean, there might be a couple others, but I think Indiana is one that doesn't have a lot of cozies too. So,
South Flick.
Yes.
So speaking of that, I was going to ask you, Sarah, I know you like to read cozies, but you read out of order, but are there any series or authors you really enjoy or any in particular books?
For the cozies?
Yeah.
I mean, I do really enjoy the Hannah Swenson. I know they're like, but they're fun. I mean, I'm at the point now where it's a new one. It's just something to read.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anything that involves, I love anything that involves knitting. I like, God, who wrote the series? It takes place in Caramel. Is that what it's called? And it's the Yarn to Go mystery series.
Betty Hecksman.
Yes, yes, that one is super, super cute. I love it.
I haven't tried that yet.
It's really cute. And I have to go back to like the first one I read when I was like 17, which would have been the Cat Who mystery series by Lillian Jackson Braun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the older ones that were written in the 60s don't really hold up,
right?
In terms of, and let's be real about it, but they're still fun. There's just something about the cat solving the mystery that and having a male sleuth as well, right?
Yeah.
I haven't tried one, but that's definitely one of the classics. I like to have fluffy cozy mysteries on a spectrum from fluffy cozies, like the really light ones, to edgy, where more like that. And I really enjoy the ones from like the 80s and 90s, the more gritty, edgy ones. And so that one's on my radar. I was really surprised when I found out it was the 60s. Yeah,
the older ones that she wrote in the 60s are a little bit more not exactly PC, let's put it that way. some of the things and some of the characters, but what I like is that there's a point where the series switches and he goes from being an undercover, police reporter to like winning all this money or getting all this money in an inheritance and moving to this small tiny little town. So the series very much changes directions towards the end. It's a series, if you're okay with reading it out of order, I completely recommend The Cat Who Wasn't There, because they go to Scotland and it's delightful.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I think that would be a series I would want to read out of order, because I think Elizabeth was saying the first couple books are kind of like a setup. Anyways.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Nice. Max Susie said, in January, I read On Borrowed Crime by Kate Young. I guess it's a punny title. It's a very punny title.
Because On Borrowed Time, yeah. I'm very curious what you thought about this one, because I have heard mixed reviews on this. I think this is the one I'm thinking where the opening, where the murders actually like kind of like more gruesome and shocking, like how it was discovered. I don't know if it's considered a millennial, if it's that far, but I've heard mixed reviews on it. But it's on my TBR. But it says for fans of Ellery Adams and Kate Carlisle. It's set in Georgia, and they have the Jane Doe Book Club. Oh, that's the name of the series. The Jane Doe Book Club enjoys guessing who done it, but when a murder happens in their midst, they discover solving crimes isn't fun in games. So I'm guessing there's probably more than one sleuth. The whole book club probably gets in on it. And yeah, I've heard so I see 3s and 4s, no 2s, but I've heard the people that have read it, I've heard mixed reviews. So curious what you thought of it. I think there's at least a couple books out now. Book 3 is going to come out.
Jane Doe Book Club. Sounds interesting.
I think, did I read one in that series?
I'll let you know. You're on that 81 of my friends have read it, so
I don't think I know it wasn't that because I have that one from NetGalley.
So maybe you read book 2 because book 3's not out yet. Let's see. It's called Reading Between the Crimes.
Maybe. Just when you said gruesome, I thought about it. Like there was one that I read where literally the guy shoved the body into a suitcase.
Yes, that's the series. That's the series.
Okay, so I did read the second book. All right.
Okay. Yeah, someone was saying that. They're like, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Like this suitcase was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the cozies I read. Oh, yeah.
So maybe it was
the Noodle Shop series. I love.
Yeah. I am
you
reading
started
that
that.
currently. I just finished number 3 last week. The Lo Mein murders.
But that's all that's on audiobook, or maybe there's 4, and so you have to.
The first 3, that's it.
Yeah, I know Lee was.
Breezy said she enjoyed on borrowed time. She said, I think it's crime. Said the discovery of the body is more gruesome than most cozies.
Yeah.
There's more focus on sleuthing than personal life.
Okay, so then there might be one I have to try on audio because I get bored when it's a lot of mystery when I read it.
Interesting.
Okay, do we have any more? Oh, we have the ones on Discord. Did anybody send you anything, Tiffany?
Yes. Hold on one second. Just let me get. I'll go.
Yes.
Hannah said that she has to head back. I hope you get to library sale because that means we'll get a book haul video.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed, Ro. I liked book 1, books 2 and 3. Oh, the candle making. She said the same thing. Hope and Bernie Sanders. Ship them. What is the Discord? Is it open? It's open to any cozy mystery fan. Of course, it is the Killing Time with Cozies. I'll put up a link in just a second.
Yeah, and it's linked on Tiffany's channel, normally under her videos.
Yes.
Our only recommendation is if you join to at least comment every once in a while because we want you to participate and read some cozies.
Yes,
but you can share. You can share any book you're reading currently reading or finished.
Yeah.
We're currently doing
if you only had to read cozies, I think they'd probably kick me out.
Right. If it was only cozies, I'd be like me and Tiffany in there and a couple other people. I think Melmac. And that we're currently doing a April kickoff readathon. So between the 1st and the 3rd to read as much as you can and report back and to work through a nice kickoff for April. I've already finished 2 books and I'm going to be finishing my 3rd today.
That is awesome, Cozy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was already in the middle. I was already in the middle of like 5 books, so I'm kind of cheating.
That's still.
Yeah.
Mazda goes vroom vroom. She said, sorry, I didn't do the finished Assaulted Caramel, 4 stars. I really liking the name Nutmeg for a pet.
That's
LOL.
so
Yes.
cute.
I have
I'm reading the 3rd in that series for Amish in April. The
Yes!
premeditated peppermint.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's a big fan of that series, and I read book 1 back last year, and I haven't continued it, and I feel left out. But I can't. That's a narrator I can't stand. I forget who it is, so I have to read them because her voice is like.
I
nails
think
on
it's
chalkboard to
Rebecca
me.
Mitchell.
Yeah, and everybody was like, I didn't have a problem with her, and I'm
I like her. Yeah.
I think is she the one? She's the one that I can't get to sound normal, no matter what speed I do. It sounds choppy to me. Like you know how like it's not like her voice sounds like that to me. No matter what, I can't find a sweet spot with her. So it takes me out of the story.
You reminded me. I have a friend who has a dog named Basil.
Oh.
Annie said, Cozy, your cat's tail looks like a tentacle. It scared me.
Yeah, I was in my recliner and she jumped up on the desk. I tried to get her to...
Hi, Sherry. Hope you have a
Hi,
great
Sherry.
day. People just saying what they finished, how far they got, what they. Oh yes, Death in Castle Dark. Oh God, this storm from.
Me too, because I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting till book 2 comes out. Because I hate starting a new series when there's only book 1 because I can't go.
I'm still on a 6-week wait for the audio.
Really?
Wow.
And it hasn't come on Hoopla yet. Tiffany, whatever.
No. Okay, so that's the one that Storm read, and then I'll take this down and you can go.
So this was a message on our scavenger hunt chat on our Discord. This was from Tammy Cornflower, and she read Curses Boiled Again. That was her choice, and she really loved it. And she says, P.S. Hey, look at me posting in the correct channel on Discord. I appreciate it. We have like 20 channels, and everybody tries to post in general. I'm like, guys, let's keep it organized so we don't miss. If not, you have like 200 comments to read, and they'll get lost. This was a fun series. Have you read this, Tiffany?
No.
Okay, a Lobster Shack mystery. I know I listened to these back in the day. I'm pretty sure.
Listen to the very first one, but I haven't any of the others.
Yeah, I need to see if it's on audio anywhere because I swear I listened to it.
I would love to because she's an author that's going to be at Malice, and so I'm actually
okay. I'll try to find it for you. It's a Lobster Shack. There was only 3 books, and I've read so many that I forget cozies, but I remember this one I'm pretty sure it's a Lobster Shack, and it's called the Lazy Mermaid. I remember that. And they have like mermaid memorabilia anywhere. And she has an Aunt Gully, and the main character is Allie. It takes place in Mystic Bay. I don't know what's one of those states, but it was I remember being a lot of fun.
I have this one on my TBR. I think I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah,
hold on. I didn't get to say the name yet. Curses Boiled Again.
Yeah. And then we have Against the Claw and Drawn and Buttered.
Nice.
That's so cute.
And it was 3, and it was for St. Martin's Press.
That is awesome.
Does she have any other series? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
See, that's curious. She's going to be at Malice, but this series has been over for a few years, so maybe.
I just realized that Diane Mott Davidson's going to be at Malice, and she hasn't. Yeah. I didn't notice it because it only says Diane Davidson, but when I went to look,
wow. I hate to say this, but how old is she? Because her first book was like 90, really early 90s.
And there was somebody else that we know that hadn't read a book, like their series has been over for a long time, and I'm like, oh, that's
well. Tell her I absolutely adore the Goldie Bear series.
She's 73.
Ooh. Wow. God bless her. No, the Goldie Bear series, talk about edgy, very edgy for cozies. It's one of my absolute favorites to listen to on audiobook. Very detailed and lots of culinary talk and really fun mysteries.
Yeah, I'm actually really liking it on audio. I was worried because I read all of them physically.
Yeah.
When I came back to it just this past year, I was like, oh, I don't know.
And this is one where I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it as much. That's very rare, but I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it much if I read it with my eyes compared to listening to it, because Barbara Rosenblatt is the narrator, and I could listen to her read a grocery list. Like, you know how Sarah was saying, like her voice, I think, is so perfect for the series. Yeah. So I'm trying to slowly savor it.
Joanne Fluke's the one that does Hannah Swenson.
Yeah,
correct.
She's 79 years old.
Yeah. That's why we kind of think she has a ghostwriter because gotcha. Towards it. Okay, so the Hannah Swenson series is our hot button series, Sarah, if you didn't know. Okay. So me and Tiffany, we refer to a series that shall not be named because every time it's brought up, we go on about it. So it was Tiffany's first introduction to cozies, and it was one of the very first series I started too. And we both loved it. And it was so cozy and wonderful, especially on audiobook. Mm-hmm. But then the more you read it, it's like you said, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And when you think something's going to happen later on, it doesn't. And I call it the Groundhog's Day series. The same thing, just a couple words changed. And so why I love it, it frustrates me. And then later on in this series, if you read in order, it kind of dumbs down. You feel kind of insulted as a reader, if it reads as a chapter book for children, I feel like. And Elizabeth, and so Tiffany just finished book 29. I've read 28. I'm holding out on 29. but it's like she has us under a spell. Like we have to finish it, even though it frustrates us.
I felt the same way about the Cat Who because I read them all, and then the last 3 books I think were the only ones I never actually bought because like I read the third to last and I went, what the hell is this? So like because at the time that Lillian Jackson Braun was writing the first ones in the 60s, she was in her 40s.
Yeah.
So she was in her 80s, like so she had died clearly.
Yeah, and then someone took over. Yeah.
Somebody was writing the last, and it was one of those, I just wanted to finish it. You know what I mean? So I read the last 3, but
yeah, and Elizabeth said the last one was like horrible.
Oh
how
God.
it ended. Yeah. And then we feel like we're convinced that Joanne Fluke has a ghostwriter because it's just something changed.
Oh, my friend Brie and I, who read a lot of Debbie Maycomer, are convinced that she's no longer writing her own books.
Oh.
Because of how much they've changed.
The ones have a different feel.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. From her older to her earlier stuff to now,
I agree.
Yeah. I feel like a lot. It's just like the James Patterson thing where he has a team and it's a system. They know how to roll them out. At this point, it's a money making thing, so they're just rolling it out.
Yep. And it's just
I've only really read Debbie Maycomer's Christmas one, so I don't really see a difference, I guess. And I've only read like some of her Cedar Cove. So
and Lee, you're working on her backlog this year, right? Like you were just doing some of her 80s ones.
That was Nora Roberts, but yes,
Nora Roberts,
for Debbie Maycomer, I'm doing the whole Cedar Cove series this year.
Okay.
Which is my favorite series by her.
And I really want to try the knitting one. What is that? Blossom
Street.
Yeah.
Which I thought started good, but a few books into it, I was really, I don't know.
Some were hit or miss for me, but I enjoyed it overall.
Yeah. And I really liked her, I can't remember, Rose Harbor? Rose Harbor is a good one.
That was another one.
But I agree. Her writing has definitely changed. If just even the style of it feels different.
It feels like a different author.
Yeah. I will look again. Maybe I missed them, but I was honestly looking for them. So
I feel like I found them again recently because I wanted to re-listen to the Lobster Shack, and then I don't remember where they were. And then another one
on Hoopla, and I didn't see anything, but I didn't see
them. Okay. So Jarrett says that she'll be out of town this weekend, and she read Guilt Trip by Laura Childs as book 11 in the Scrapbook mystery series, and she said it was the right book at the right time, and she gave it 5 stars.
Nice. And then Nancy wrote me and said that she is having family into town, so she couldn't be here. She said she read Here Today, Scone Tomorrow by R.A. Legends. For her fun book. I don't know what the series is called though. She said she gave it 3 stars, but she will continue it as she thinks it has promise.
It's a British series on KU. I haven't tried it, but I remember seeing it. Yeah.
I just looked in Debbie Maycomer 73. I didn't know she was that.
Yeah.
And then
forever.
Has she been writing since like what, the 80s, 90s?
80s, yeah.
She wrote some of her first word categories for Harlequin.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I have a bunch of them on my shelf. And I just looked, the Lobster Shack, 4 of them are available on Scribed.
Oh, they are on Scribed? Okay. So you might have to sign up for a month of Scribed, Tiffany.
I might have to, yeah.
And then you get your other device, put it on airplane mode, and then it won't cut you off and you can listen to all of them. There's my little tip.
That's technology. This is Tiffany.
Oh, no. She's like, what's airplane mode?
Right, exactly.
I'm not flying anywhere.
Exactly.
Do you notice that, Sarah, that if you listen to too much of like one same genre, it cuts you off? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, surprisingly, and this is funny because like 2 years ago, I did a Scribe video on my channel just talking about it. I still have people signing up using my link. I literally do not have to pay for it till 2025.
Oh my God.
I'm not even joking. Like, and I
because if someone signs up using your link and it's their first time, you get a free month. Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing though.
I know. So I do listen, but I don't use it. I tend to use Hoopla in my library. I'm so lucky with my library.
Me too.
They're so good.
Cozy, I feel like they need to do this for Miami.
Right. There was in the US, the Miami-Dade, you could buy an out-of-state resident card and you get 20 Hoopla credits a month. And so me and Tiffany we're talking about, and we got like 10 people to sign up, and we're like, we need some type of affiliate link or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it's either 60 or 65 for the whole
65.
year, so it's cheaper than any other library service, and they have
God, yeah.
everything on Hoopla. I mean, their Hoopla is
amazing.
incredible. Yeah,
But then they're changing their resident cards, so I don't know if it's still the same thing. But it extended mine. It put me as a resident patron instead of non-resident, so now I'm good for 3 years, and I'm like, I don't have to pay for 3 years. Okay,
which
I'm
is
not complaining.
really weird because I called because we all signed up at the same time.
Yeah.
So I called and was like, I need to renew it. And I knew you had got a whole year. And I was like, is there any way to extend it? I just asked. And they're like, we might be able to do it for 6 months. And I was like,
so they didn't extend yours?
No.
I wasn't expecting it because I'm like, I know mine expires in April, and I go to check and it says I'm good till like 2024, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
And then
that's
it
the
said
same with mine.
And it says resident as a code, and it's Florida, and they know I live in California. They sent me a library card to California. I'm like, that's cute. I'm never gonna go to Florida and use it.
Yeah.
That's
But it's
adorable.
So I got like a glitch in their system, and they think I live in Florida, but I'm like, I'm not complaining. But you live in Florida.
I do live in Florida. Which I'm fine with paying for it in
I
August.
was gonna pay for it too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
more
I have
than fine
no
with it.
issue.
But I just thought it was funny because it just seems like there's kind of no rhyme or reason. They're just like, you get 3 years.
It happened to Storm too.
You get 6 months.
Yeah.
Because whenever you guys were talking about that, I looked on mine and it said I had a card till 2024.
Yeah, I'm like,
I figured in
Somebody's gonna
July
be
I would have
told-
to sign back up.
Yeah, it's weird. Somebody's gonna be
I
told.
wonder
like,
if I
this
can
is
sign
nothing.
up for it. I wonder if they'll let me being in another country. I'll have to check.
Yeah,
I'll
try it. I know Orange County is in
Does
Florida.
let
It's
you
Orange
do
County
internet.
Library will let you do it because Sophia does, and she's in the UK. But it's 100 a year.
125.
I think you get 10 or 15 Hoopla credits. You don't get 20, but you can try for the Miami-Dade one.
Well, the Hoopla thing is like Toronto is like the biggest library system in the country.
Oh, wow.
And their Hoopla, the only thing that you can get off Hoopla for Toronto is ebooks and graphic novels. That's it.
Wow.
But yet my little local library, which is like I'm a suburb of the city, I have 15 Hoopla credits and I have audiobooks all over the place. And it's
they
just
have a good
weird.
selection.
Library to library. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, try. Do you have any friends or family that live in the States?
No. I have friends.
I was gonna say, like, maybe you could be like, "Hey, sign me up," and I'll.
Because I have a couple of people that I talk to, like Rainey from Rainy Day Reads. She actually uses my login for the Toronto Public Library. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I share my California library with Tiffany on one of them. So yeah.
Yep.
My friend shares her Ohio one with me.
Yeah.
And that one has 30 Hoopla credits. It's
oh my gosh, you couldn't even use them all. Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Malice's, it's a mystery book conference that I'm going to. It's in Maryland next month. So I'm flying out on the 21st, and it's the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
And
there's lots of cozy mystery authors. So I'm really
mystery authors, thriller authors, and then you
That
could have
would
like
have
a
been
lunch.
so fun.
You could have a luncheon with them or something.
Yeah, there's stuff through the whole night. There's like
And
dinner,
conferences.
and, conferences.
Wow.
Are you gonna try to vlog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And I'm gonna try to get some interviews lined up with people who I haven't. So yeah, I think I'm really excited for it. So
Okay.
Barbara Rosenblatt. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That's the one that does the Goldie Bear, the narrator.
Oh, the
Yeah.
narrator. I was
The
like,
one that I love. Yeah.
I am Mott Davidson. What do you mean? Oh, okay. I agree about the end of the cat who.
Wah, wah.
Amelia Peabody.
Wah, wah, wah. Barbara Rosenblatt also narrates Amelia Peabody series. Okay, by Elizabeth Peters. I love her voice. Nice. And the Cajun said to finish my book.
Yay.
That's awesome, Cajun. Yay, Cajun. I hope to finish mine before the end of the day.
She used Sarah's link a year ago.
Thank you.
Because of you guys, I got my Miami-Dade. See, exactly.
Yeah. And I
And
think
you're in Canada, right?
oh, she is. Okay.
Awesome. Good to know.
And Jane,
Okay,
I think
great.
Jane just got it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So yeah, go sign up. When I went to sign up, it says if you want a non-resident card to like send an email, and all I did was ask for it, and he goes, "Okay, what's your name, number, blah blah address?" And then they're like, "We'll put your account on hold. As soon as you pay the money, you get it." Like it was really
Nice.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like went on there and paid it like you were paying a fine.
Yeah. It says
I
it
was
was fine,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
I said to Cozy, I was like, they have to wonder where all of these, because we did it all at once. When as soon as like we found it, everybody, and I was like, don't they wonder like how they have this like all of a sudden plethora of like people calling from every state in the U.S. buying cards?
Because it's not advertised it's not advertised anywhere.
Right.
Tiffany just found it just by like calling because she's like, oh, this is the largest library. Let me see if I can get a card. And then
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie says hers expires in May. It's so weird. Some of us got extended and some did not. Yeah. Well, don't tell on us, the ones that did.
No.
Be like, well, some of my friends got 3 years now.
I just looked again to make sure. I was like, well, maybe, but yeah, it says.
Yeah. I'm willing to pay, but hey.
I do have a rhyme or reason.
There isn't. You're right, Mel. There is not there's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it because I read so much. I need to try and surpass my reading goal from last year, over 300 books. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
I was so close to 300 last year. I was like 294 or something.
Mm.
But I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down this year because I'm burnt out on audio.
I'm feeling that way too.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. And it is like, it's like when it becomes a chore to pick it up. And I'm like, no. And then you want to just keep listening because you want to finish. And it's like, you want to read something, but you got to do housework or you're busy. So that's why I need audiobooks because they're so convenient, but I'm going to stick to the ones I know I like instead of just picking up some. Because I just picked up on Skein of Death by Ellie Platter. It's a new series and it's a knitting. And I was really enjoying it at the beginning, but then I just wasn't in the mood. So by the time I got to the end of the book, I couldn't tell you how I felt about it. I was like, because I don't know if it's my mood or if it's the actual book.
Exactly.
So, and I was like, okay. I got to focus. So book 2 is coming out soon. I'm on the wait for it for 5 weeks on audio. So I'm hoping by then I'll be in a better headspace. And I hated that because I wanted to give it a fair shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the library saved me a ton too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that's fun.
for sure.
Yes, I just got it. I was on the phone to they've always been very helpful. If I
okay, so you could call them too because she was on the phone. Yeah, and you're in Newfoundland, so that's perfect.
Awesome.
My lips
Newfoundland. Just it's Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Oh my
Newfoundland.
God. Like we say it like that because of I think of the big dog.
Yeah.
The Newfoundland,
Yeah.
Newfoundland. Yeah, Mr. Francie was teaching us that it's not Melbourne, it's Melbourne.
Yep. Melbourne.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. But he's like, everyone says Melbourne, Australia. He goes, it's Melbourne. So
but I think that's the same thing too with Toronto. You don't say the T.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow.
But as a native, you can tell who's here on vacation and who's not.
I did not know that one, but I didn't know about that's just so interesting.
And I
forgot Missouri. So I mean,
yeah. And then I forget if you like Tim Hortons or you don't. I think you don't.
I do like Timmy's occasionally. I got one but I
like their teas better than their coffee, right? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'm kind of done with that place.
Yeah, I remember you saying it, and I was like, I thought everyone loved it because I want to try it so bad. I think we have some. Didn't you say there's one coming to you, Lee, or close to you or something?
There's one within an hour of me, but I would still always use the opportunity to go to Canada. So
wasn't there one coming to Texas or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe Jillian or somebody was talking about.
They have the K cups at Sam's Club for the coffee. I'm like curious, but I'm like, I don't think it'll be the same.
It's the way it's made.
Let me do it in the right voice. Mel says, "Thank you, Lee." Or that's what I heard in my head when I read it.
She did.
Sorry,
I heard a victorious, appreciative. Thank you, Lee.
A little island on the East Coast.
Yes.
You'll need to visit. Yeah, I would love to visit, Jane.
And then Jane was saying when her time did the change, she changed by like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, it's being a Canadian. It's kind of like it's a thing that she'll be able to agree with me on this one. You'd watch TV and sometimes it'll be like it's going to be on at 8 Central, 9 Pacific or whatever, and it was always an 8:30 in Newfoundland.
Okay. So you
it's
don't
a half an hour for some reason.
Oh, okay. But yours is just an hour difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I wonder if it's all
I'm East Coast. I'm
okay.
Standard.
Okay, so you're the same as Tiffany and them. So it's 3:20 there. Okay, and and I'm West Coast, so it's 12:20 here. Okay.
Yep.
Sherry said she did 198 books last year, but this year the book count is going down
Yeah.
because we
Reading
no
the
longer
stand. Oh my
The
god.
Stan one.
Wow,
Ah.
Like 7 or 8 books right in there. So you know.
Right.
right? That should count as like 7.
That's like this big old hunkin' Gone with the Wind book.
Yeah.
I was
That's
gonna
another
say,
one.
Storm, did you want to borrow my heart?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That looks like that will give you an arm fracture.
Right?
Right?
Trying
That's
to
why
read
we
it.
do it on audio.
That one you could really whack somebody upside the
Well,
head.
that's why I keep it here in case someone breaks into the room.
Right? Is there a readathon going on for that or
For Gone with the Wind.
yeah?
Yeah, a bunch of us in my Discord are reading it
Oh, okay.
together. So I
Oh,
could
okay,
read it.
fun.
I invited people whenever I talked about it on my YouTube channel if they wanted to read it with me.
It seems like every month Storm reads something she doesn't want to read.
Mm-hmm.
But she does. She's
That's
successful.
what I
hates
I
reads
do
for
want
something
to
every
read
month.
this, but it's a chunker, and so
Yeah.
I'm like, it may take me more than a
Have
month.
you seen the movie?
Yeah, and that's the reason why I didn't want to read this to begin with, because I've seen the movie, and I said I know how it ends.
Okay, so that's fair, but it does differ from the movie.
I was
There
gonna say
is-
it's probably
she marries
different,
like
yeah.
87 more times in the book
Yeah.
than she does in the movie.
Jeez.
No, you know what? There is. She has more marriages in the book than she does in the movie.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Now I'm
So-
curious. Now I'm
So
curious.
do you like? So you like the book better than the movie?
I prefer the book over the movie.
On my way to work, I go to Tim Hortons for coffee because it's convenient.
Convenient.
They're on about every corner. But I like McDonald's or Panera coffee better. I do
I'm
like
with you on
Panera coffee.
McDonald's coffee. It's
McDonald's coffee is wonderful. Yeah. I would try
Mhm.
there.
I'll tell you, I went to Disney last month, whatever that was, February, and they use a brand called Joffrey's, and
Mhm.
that was good coffee.
delicious. Mm.
It was delicious. I almost bought some, but
They probably put something special in it because it's for Disneyland.
Yeah.
they put magic in it.
Yeah.
Yes. Pixie dust.
Oh, there you go.
I expect that Tinkerbell just sits over every single bean.
Because the one that they let you buy isn't going to taste the same because they want you to come back to the park so you can drink it there.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, they had it
put
at the
cocaine in it,
hotel.
let's be
I was
honest.
just thinking in the water. Yes, exactly.
So
Yeah,
they
it's
take the
so
lake
good.
water and put it.
Oh, Mel Mac said that she got a bingo in the Goodfellas
3
readathon.
bingos. 3 bingos.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Mel.
Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. 3 bingos. I'm
Great
sorry.
job.
That's amazing, Mel Mac.
Mhm.
Sherry said the Stan page is reading this month. You're reading it this month?
Probably a Paige. I think she's a booktuber.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Oh,
think.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
Pages with Paige, I think, is her.
Mm.
Oh, fun.
Oh, thank you. Dutch Bros or Black Rock coffee for me.
Oh my gosh, Dutch Brothers doesn't even taste like coffee. It tastes like candy, and then all of a sudden you're all hyper. They have like gingerbread s'more and frosted birthday cake, and it's like not even coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Well, see, I don't drink. I drink coffee only to drink the creamer.
Yeah, well,
Right.
That's essentially the
Right.
only reason.
yeah, you like your Peeps creamer you were so excited about when that came out.
And I drink mostly black coffee.
Yeah.
There's no point.
I'm-
You have to have flavor.
I'm on Sarah's side on this one.
Yeah.
I got 6 out of the 9 squares. That's awesome, Mel Mac.
Awesome.
Wow.
Congratulations. You did a great
So-
job.
Before we hop off, what has everybody got coming up on their channel? Lee.
I am
Oh,
currently filming a reading life vlog and my wrap up of March.
Nice.
I'm going to be honest, I don't like doing wrap ups anymore because by the end of the month, I've forgotten about all the books.
Right.
So that's why I'm just going to start doing little weekly things. And
Yeah,
you can
put
see-
it in your vlog and then
And you can see all the weekly tomfoolery, my car rants. And I actually had to, I filmed one and then I just deleted it because I was like, I said, hi, good morning. We're driving. We're not going to have a road rant. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
You should have left that in there.
I was like, well, we've messed that up already. So
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's hilarious.
We would
That's
just be
fun.
like, "Oh, this is so Lee, though." So it'd be
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Like, oh,
I know. I like how, and one she was like talking to us, and all of a sudden she was like talking to the traffic, and you're like, oh.
Oh my
It's all
gosh.
the time.
I still think the best is last week, Lee, we come back from a sprint and I go, how's all my sprints? And Lee goes, mine was great. I went on a walk, almost got abducted. I'm like, wait, back up. Time out.
You lead with that.
Yeah.
First of all, we've just said that it's great. So it was just so
I made
funny.
it back alive, so therefore it was great.
Right. And the reading part was great. Just not the creepy
got
guy
a lot
with
of
the
reading
van.
done out there.
I think I almost spit out what it was just so funny.
And after that, Marcus is like, bring a weapon, like a knife or something with you next time, or
mace
spray
or something.
Yeah, something. I'm like, yeah, true.
Just bring the Gone with the Wind book.
There you go. Yeah, carry that.
Some good weights for your walking
workout.
too.
You can
Yeah.
use it.
Just as you're walking, pretend you're reading, and in case
Right.
anybody,
Exactly.
Too funny.
Let's see. Storm.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, I'll probably have another weekly reading vlog. I'm gonna do a March wrap up, but instead of like recapping everything, because like you say, you always forget everything, and I do a weekly vlog, I'm going to do like just a little like stats on like how many books that I read and my favorite books and then my like least favorite books.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Way to do a wrap up.
Yeah, any events you did the month, some of your favorites, ones that stood out. Yeah. Something if you hated something. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be doing my March wrap up this week. My vlog will be out tomorrow. And the Amish in April announcement goes out on Tuesday.
We were wondering about that. People were asking. Last year, was it the whole month or was it only a couple weeks?
It was only a couple weeks from what I'm trying to remember, but this year, just a sneak peek for you guys.
Yeah.
Because you're here. It's running the 19th through the 30th of April. But I'm encouraging people to read
the whole month.
All month long. It's just that any events are going to be during that 2-week period.
Yeah, I remember last year we were so excited because it was like our first time doing anything official with our club was brand new. And I think we did the whole month last time. And I was just like, so we thought it was the whole month, but it probably wasn't.
I mean, it's Amish in April. It's like, why the heck not just,
Yeah.
And what do you have, Tiffany?
I just put up my Amish cozy suggestions for Amish in April.
Yes.
But I am doing my March wrap up, and then I'm also doing a spotlighting spring forward, spring into some cozies.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So
spring themed cozies, yeah. And then your author interview tomorrow with Ellie Alexander
at 2 p.m. I'm very excited about it. I just find it really interesting that she's starting this press because she's going to obviously publish some of her own stuff, but publish other people's. And I'm really interested how that all came
and
about.
she's doing something other than just cozies and.
Yeah, she's going to talk about her Left Coast literary and then, of course, her books and stuff because she is continuing her Sloane Krause, which had ended on this press. So I'm really excited.
But then they gave her the rights that she's going to continue.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then hopefully she does like a continuation with Meg from the Pacific Northwest. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Somebody asked about that. And then somebody asked about the Rose City as well.
I love, Rose City. And she's just such a fun and nice person too. So.
Yeah, she's
really just sincerely nice. I mean, not that other people are, but I mean, it's just, she's very, very, I don't know. I think I don't know. She just rings very sincere to me and kindness, which,
and then for the rest of the month, next week, we are not having a live show because I won't be available. So, and Tiffany said, take the week off. And the 16th, we're going to be discussing book number 2 in the Dangerous Type series. I think it's Bookman Dead Style by Paige Shelton. And the 23rd, Tiffany will be in Malice. So again, no live. And the 30th will be our April scavenger hunt pick, which is any holiday themed cozy or book. So.
Awesome.
Sarah, if you just start getting links from me every Saturday, don't think I'm stalking you. I'm just encouraging you to join us.
I was going to say, there's usually one Saturday a month I work, unfortunately.
Whatever.
But
I don't need
excuses. I'm happy to be here.
I don't want excuses.
My husband just got a job for the first time in a year. My husband is working. And he works Saturdays. So I don't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be happily on here.
Yeah. So like Tiffany always sends out links. So don't feel obligated. And just if you want to jump on, we'd love to have you. And then if you want to join in for, again, the last Saturday of next month, any type of holiday book, which I know you love. So.
Oh, yeah. I can get right on that.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm just gonna read these last few, and then I have to hop up to get to my memas. On the Cozy Mystery List website, people give their recommendations for the month. I have to take notes in a Word document through the whole month. Otherwise, that's smart though. I should do that.
I love that website, but I never looked at the comments. So
yeah, I didn't know that either. But that's actually really smart. Oh, I love stats. It's the accountant in me.
Yep.
Yes, a new spotlight. Ellie Alexander. Yes, I'm really looking forward to it too, Mel. I'm really excited about it. She wants to republish the Pacific Northwest as Ellie Alexander with new covers.
I hope she does. Yeah, I hope she tries to continue it though, because I went and bought all the rest of them on Kindle. They were all on sale because I was scared because she was saying they're not being published anymore, like out of print. So I was scared they'd take them away. So I'm glad I picked them all up.
Yes, she's great. Yes, everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks, Lee. Thanks, Storm Sarah. It was so fun having
Thank you so much.
Cozy, thanks as always. Everybody have a great day.
Yep.
Great weekend. And we will see you. I don't know if Mr. Francie's doing anything tonight, but Cozy's has her reading readathon going.
April kickoff on the Discord. Yeah.
But otherwise, we'll see you Wednesday for reading sprints. And Sarah, again, if you just start getting links, don't consider it a stalking, just, an encouragement.
It's fine.
Okay. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.